Everything was tasting right, and the drinks was hitting extra strong. Make sure y'all pull up to Evergreen Bar and Grill in Southfield.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the Breakfast Faves combo, $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for
firsts. They will have their own stories. First memories to share.
If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2025 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $189 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
And welcome here to the Hawk softball field here located in Farmington Hills, Michigan, as we have a doubleheader matchup for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils as they host the Grace Christian University Tigers. The Tigers travel in all the way from Grand Rapids, Michigan at a 3-9 record in only their third season of softball to date, started in 2024, and now trying to continue to build a program as a recently new athletic team. Let's meet the starter for the Blue Devils on the mound. It is Sydney Mayer, who's appeared in 6 innings so far, 3 total appearances, 2 games started, a 1.17 ERA, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of 190. Leading off the way for Grace Christian is going to be Emma Balkema, also a pitcher on this Grace Christian team. She's, over her last 4 games, is 3 of 11 with 4 RBIs, a double, 3 strikeouts, a stolen base, and a walk. She will get things started here for us at the Hawk Athletic Complex / Community Center. This Balkema will go to the box, and we will get underway here for game 1 of 2. Here in today's doubleheader, the Blue Devils are 13-7 with a 2-2 conference record after playing 4 conference games this weekend, splitting the series with University of Northwestern Ohio in a 0-5 loss and a 5-2 win, and a 1-1 with receiving votes Indiana Tech, a 6-10 loss and a 6-3 win. They will play Grace Christian today in a doubleheader. So the first pitch on its way is going to be just a bit low and out of the zone. Make it 1-0. They will play Rochester Christian tomorrow. They'll host Ohio Christian on Friday and be on the road at Defiance and Lourdes University. So that one just leans a bit inside. So early 2-0 count here for Blades since March 11th. So it's been 13 days since they've been on the diamond, as a swing and a miss right there makes it 2-1. So this is the first all-time matchup as well versus Lawrence Tech. These teams have never squared off before. So over the weekend on Saturday, the Blue Devils were able to end a series losing streak to the Racers as a nice hit from Balkema gets into the gap, and it's going to be a single to lead off for the Tigers.
Number 4, Callian Newberry.
As Mayer did not pitch over the weekend, a sophomore out of Austin, Indiana. Right-handed pitcher out of Vicksburg or Scottsburg High School, majoring in clinical psychology. Number 4, Callian Newberry, the catcher today for the Tigers. Out of Vancouver, Washington, sophomore that stands at about 5'7". Barry looks at that one just a bit high. A lot of balls here early on for Mayer. Still trying to find her way into the zone. Newberry with about 316 average in 19 at-bats. One extra base hit with 4 RBIs as count moves to 2-1. Showing bunt, it lands in front. Trying to get to it is Mayer, and it is at first in time, so it'll be 1 out with Balkema at second.
Now batting number 9, Ellie Hoeksema.
Ellie Hoeksema, the shortstop today, a freshman 5'6" infielder from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Hoeksema 286 average with a 7.33 OPS. 2 doubles and a triple on the season so far. In her last 4 games, she is 2 of 12 with a double and a stolen base. Runner in scoring position for the Tigers. That one inside once again. In the on-deck circle at the cleanup spot is number 8, Morgan Hall, the first baseman. There's a nice rip through the short third gap. It's going to be another single for the Tigers. So Hoeksema is going to get a single along with Balkema.
Morgan Hall.
So Morgan Hall with an RBI opportunity here. Sophomore out of Hudsonville, Michigan, stands at 5'7". The chance for an RBI. It's 4 on the season. A 156 average and 32 at-bats. Could give Grace Christian some runs early. It's a stolen base attempt. It's going to be a safe at second, and also crossing home is Emma Balkema, so that's going to make it 1-0 for Grace Christian. Looks like Coach Lincoln Meese will go out and talk with the ump. So I thought it was a clear tag at second, but maybe not, as if you're confused at home, and it will be an out at second. So good challenge right there. So that'll make it 2 outs, but still a run on the board for Grace Christian. As Grace Christian is coached by Jeremy Clark. As Hall now with no runners on, in 2 outs, faces a 1-0 count. As that one locates inside the zone for Mayer, evens the count at 1. As Mayer's last appearance was on March 13th against Fisher University in Massachusetts. Gave up 2 hits and an earned run, with also 3 strikeouts. She evens the count at 2 now with 2 outs. An opportunity for a strikeout here to end the inning. Waiting in the on-deck circle is Tori Walling, the third baseman. If she gets an at-bat this inning, that one hit to Markey. Markey is going to take a hop and feed it over to first base where Sarah Basket will receive it, and that will conclude the top half of the first inning. The bottom half we go here from the Hawk Athletic Complex.
Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard my deep stroke, she said, babe, does it hurt when I go? Certified freak, hang around dust, and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me, though. In the gym, trying to work on my freak, though. Damn, spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am, she a little freak on cam. She gon' put this on the ground. Little boys trying to diss on the ground. Babe, I can't switch on the fam. It's high, hit the switch on the band. This for my head is I've never seen it from every direction.
Bottom of the first inning here. As LTU softball will step in the batter's box the first time today. They will face off against Lydia Clark, who has pitched in 16 innings so far this season, 4 total appearances, 2 total starts, 1 complete game, a 1-1 record with a 5.69 ERA, a 2.38 WHIP, and the opponent batting average is .333. She is a freshman 5'2" out of Caledonia, Michigan. She will face off against the senior right fielder, Alyssa Bloomfield, who this past weekend went 5 of 12 with an RBI, drawing 3 walks, crossing home twice. Just what you want out of your leadoff hitter. She's currently at a .429 average with 5 doubles, 2 triples, 16 RBIs. It's been a solid leadoff hitter for the Blue Devils. That one sits in there for strike 1. So off speed from Clark to open up. Bloomfield makes some nice contact in the short center field. She's going to round around first, looking for second. She'll get there in time. No slide needed. So the Blue Devils open up with a double, and that'll be Bloomfield's 6th double of the season. It'll now be Brenna Crittenden in the 2 slot, playing second base today. She went 4 of 15 over the weekend, but picked up a double and a triple. Total 4 games, another lefty for the Blue Devils as she looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Making it 0-2. Oh. The on-deck circle, that one outside. Bloomfield will retreat to second base. Thomas made sure that she got back there. A 1-2 count for Crittenden. Crittenden looks at that one high. He's getting that back quickly. Is Newberry. Count even at 2 now for 99. That one lobbed up into short center. Not able to make a play right there is Hoeksema. Going third is Bloomfield. She finds herself in a pickle, and she will be tagged out right there by Tori Walling, but it gives an opportunity for Crittenden to advance the second. So a runner in the same position. The only difference is there's now 1 out on the board with Delaney Monroe stepping up to the plate. Monroe, a sophomore out of Vicksburg, Michigan. Pitched over the weekend, had 3.1 innings pitched, allowed 1 earned run, 4 hits and 3 strikeouts. Also batted 5 of 9 with a double and an RBI. Monroe, 27 at-bats, a .519 average. Will be cleanup hitter Sarah Basket playing at first base. Looks like that one high is Monroe, so count moves to 3-0. And Sarah Basket stepping up. Next extra base hit would do then. So it is tied at 1 apiece now with the Blue Devils and the Tigers. On the 5 spot for the Blue Devils is freshman from South Lyon, Michigan, Sophia Props. Played at South Lyon East High School. Went 2 for 9 over the weekend with an RBI. Also drawing 2 walks and a strikeout. Props. So a big chance for the shortstop to drive in extra runs here in the first inning. Markey, nice hit ball, and that's not going to be caught in the left field by Earl. 1 run in, 2 actually by Zoe Markey. As it was an error made by Sanaya Earl in left field, but nonetheless, that'll drive in 3 runs. She also drove in herself. And that'll make it a 4-1 ball game here for the Blue Devils. So that might have been one of the fastest inside the park home runs I've seen with my own 2 eyes as the catcher, Ainsley Coleman from East China, Michigan, a senior on this Blue Devils squad, steps up inside the batter's box. Looks at a 1-1 count after a ball and a strike. Did not play, or she went 1 for 2. The run and a strikeout over this past weekend. Hits it to short. Can she get there in time? And she will beat it out. The throw from Hoeksema was not fast enough. So lefty Alexis Lana playing in center field today. Did not get a hit over the weekend. Went 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts, so on a little bit of a cold streak. I'll set that one for strike 1. Lana on the season, though, batting about .444 with across 27 at-bats. This is now 0-2. Clark fires it in there and is going to earn her first K of the day as Lana swings and misses. To the top of the second as the Blue Devils earn 4 runs in the bottom of the first frame. Tori Walling will step up to the plate for Reese Christian. Start the top of the second inning.
Leading off, number 13, Tori Walling.
As Balkema was able to get home for a lone run for the Tigers. Walling of Battle Creek, Michigan. Set that one inside. Walling in their last 4 games went 0 of 10 with a walk and 6 strikeouts. Set that one low for ball number 2. 118 average for Walling on the season, and 17 at-bats, only 2 total hits with 1 double. That one foul makes it 2-1. Two-one count. There's that one inside. Some air today's had some trouble finding the strike zone. A lot of these counts, 3-1, 2-1, 2-0, definitely been hitter friendly. Another one right here. She rifles that inside once again, and Tori Walling will earn a walk. So she'll move to first base.
Number 21,
It'll be
Cameron Clicko.
Cameron Clicko playing out in right field, also pitches for the Tigers as well in their last 4 games. She has gone 4 for 6 with an RBI and a strikeout. Is that one low and bounces behind? Walling will move to second. She'll stay put there. She's playing catcher for the Blue Devils, like we just mentioned when she was up to bat, Ainsley Coleman. Kind of just hopped over her. Clyco, 318 average on the season. 35 at-bats, 3 extra base hits. Swings at that one, and it travels behind the Tigers bench. So 1-1 here for Clyco. Clyco hits that to short over Markey's head. Walling and around third. Now take home. That ball thrown in, but it will not be in time as Tori Walling will cross home plate, and it will be an RBI single for Cameron Clyco.
Now batting number 11, Madison Helms.
Madison Helms, the second baseman now. Transfer from Olivet from Lansing, Michigan, a 5'7" sophomore. Hits it just in the left field, and it'll be a single that advances Clyco to second. She'll stay put at first.
Now batting number 10, Sanaya Earl.
Sanaya Earl, who had the air in left field that allowed 3 runs, including Zoe Markey's contact that made it to left field, and she was able to round the bases. She now steps up to the plate. Freshman from Romeo, Michigan. Shows bunt, and it stays in play, so it'll be an easy throw to first for Coleman. It'll be the first out of the inning. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Tigers with the 9-hitter, Kennedy Holder.
Now batting number 42,
Stepping up to the
Kennedy
plate,
Holder.
playing a designated player today. 5'3" freshman from Pleasant Plains, Arkansas. 0 for 4 her last 4 games with 2 strikeouts. Good step up in a big spot here. Coleman has 2 RBIs on the season, a 111 average across 9 at-bats, so a limited sample size, you would say. Definitely can improve it in the right direction with just a couple of good hits. As that first pitch from Mayer was low and inside. Coleman trying to find the perfect run to potentially tie it up at 4. That one does find its way in near the outside line, and now it's 1-1. Four total hits from Grace Christian so far, but they also have 2 errors defensively. Why they're in the spot of a 4-2 deficit. Coleman does make contact foul that just hits the fence in front of the Tigers dugout, so it'll be 2-2. Lyko at third, Helms at second. Looking to touch across home plate. Mayer fires it in, a swing and a miss for Coleman, and the first K of the day for Mayer. Now puts it at 2 outs in the inning. Mayer really trying to work out of this jam, has already allowed 1 earned run in the inning. Trying to just keep it at that total, but Balkema, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. 1 for 1 with the run and a single. Looks at the first pitch for ball number 1. That one just on that outside line makes it 1 apiece in the count. Swing and a miss from Balkema. Mayer trying potential. He's going back-to-back Ks as Balkema now has to defend the plate in a 1-2 count. Already touched across home plate, now trying to earn some RBIs. As that one hits him, Mayer, Markey's going to pick it up. She'll rifle it to first base, and it'll be the end of the inning. As Mayer only allows 1 run from the Tigers. The Blue Devils up 4-2. We'll take the batter's box next. Coming up here. Bottom of the second frame here from the Hawk Athletic Complex in Farmington Hills, Michigan, just off the highway of I-696. The home of Lawrence Tech softball. It's Kirsten Chong, the 9-hitter, playing in left field from Hawaii. Not play over this past weekend. She looks at the first one for strike number 1. Clark leaves that one high. It's now a 1-1 count. Chong standing at 4'11", 9 at-bats, a 444 average. 3 RBIs, no extra base hits, just kind of leaves that one short, and a swinging bunt right there gets Chong on first base. So Alyssa Bloomfield now steps up to the plate. 1 for 1 so far, with a double to open up for the leadoff hitter. There's a chance to advance Chong and also get on base for herself. Looks at that first one for strike number 1. Clark's done a decent job of finding the strike zone here early on. There's now 4 total hits from the Blue Devils. They had 3 in that first inning. Also 2 Grace Christian errors as Bloomfield hits it to first base. It'll be picked up right there from Hall as she'll tag first, but it'll advance Chong into scoring position. So now Crittenden steps up. She was able to get on by air. Her last at bat. Crittenden looks at that one low, and Chong will be able to advance, thinking about going home. But reading the situation right there was Newberry, and gets it back to Clark. But Chong now just one base away from adding on another run for the Blue Devils. It's definitely been a hitting-friendly day today as Crittenden rifles that one to second base. And she will be out at first, but it will get Chong to advance home and tack on a 5th run for the Blue Devils.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, number 15, Delaney Monroe.
Delaney Monroe took a walk in her first plate appearance. Looks like that first one low. No, 1 RBI for Crittenden, 1 RBI for Sarah Basket, and 3 for Zoe Markey. As Monroe looks at that one high, finds herself in a hitter-friendly situation with the 2-0 count. Complex the home of Lawrence Tech softball. By the 3rd frame, as Grace Christian's been able to earn a run in both innings. So
Number 4, Callie and Newberry.
Newberry playing at catcher today. With that one down the middle for strike number 1. Hoeksema 1 for 1. Got caught stealing. Her last trip around the bases. Looks at that one for strike number 2. So quickly, an 0-2 situation as Mayer threw a lot of balls in those first 2 innings, really starting to hit her groove right now. Swing and a miss right there for Ellie Hoeksema on the 2nd K of the day for Mayer.
Now batting number 8, Morgan Hall.
That's now the cleanup hitter, Morgan Hall. Nobody on and 2 out, steps up to the plate. Oh for 1 with a ground out so far. Looks at that pitch for ball number 1. As I mentioned, Hall playing at first base. Looks at that one for strike number 1. So Mayer looking to go 3 up, 3 down. Has to win the battle between her and Hall. That one just a little bit low. Coleman able to stay in front of it. Makes it 2-1. As Hall lifts that one into right center field and gets all the way to the warning track as she's looking for second. Could potentially go 3. She does. Crittenden throws it in. Will she be tagged in time? Yes, she will. Sophia Props able to swipe her glove on Hall, and that will end the inning. It will count as a double for Morgan Hall, but technically 3 up, 3 down for Sydney Mayer as the Blue Devils will head back to the batter's box and try to tack on more to their run total coming up next.
Leading off for the Blue Devils, number 11, Sarah Basket.
Sarah Basket steps up to the plate, was able to earn herself an RBI single. As that one hit into center field, lands short of Balkema, and it'll be an easy single for Sarah Basket to open up the bottom of the third frame. It's third baseman Sophia Props now. 0 for 1 on today's game. In her last at bat, she flew out. Is that one low? Basket going 2. That one just a little bit too far thrown by Newberry, so Basket will remain safe and now in scoring position. The 1-0 count for Props. Props looks at that one for strike number 1. That one going to be thrown back to second. Not able to get a hand on it is Helms, but luckily Balkema in center field able to back up. So 1-1 count, 0 outs. Up high is Props at that 5-1 frame. A small strike zone for her. Definitely boosts a lot of power in that 5-1 frame. Just like we mentioned, 5 doubles, 9 total RBIs, 21 total bases, just about 400 slugging percentage. Faces a 2-2 count. Basket at second base. Props hits it softly to Helms. Helms is going to flip it to Hall, but will advance Basket to third base, and now 1 out on the board.
Number 17, Zoe Markey.
As Basket remains 60 feet away from touching across home plate, as Markey, who was able to get 3 RBIs in that first inning, off an error in left field by Sanaya Earl, trying to earn a potential 4th here in the bottom of the third. Set that one low and inside for ball number 2. Now Markey in a hitter-friendly count can swing with a little bit more juice. Markey's going to show bunt. Run all the way to first, as that will not be in time from Clark, and Basket will reach across home, and it'll be now 6-2 with Markey getting Basket home.
For the Blue Devils, number 22, Ainsley Coleman.
As that will count as a hit for Markey on the bunt. So 1 out with Anaya Coleman, the catcher, stepping up to the plate. 1 for 1 on the day with a single. Shows bunt as well. That one gets by. Markey is going to get down in time for a stolen base. That'll be the 7th stolen base on the season for Zoe Markey. Is that one low? Markey looking to go again. This time she'll stay put. Definitely going to watch out for her when she's running across the bases. Coleman finds herself in a 1-1 count with 1 out. Set that one low. Newberry rifles it back to Clark. Now 2-1. Coleman in a hitter-friendly situation. Coleman lifts that one in the left center gap. Earl trying to track it down, and she does. But it'll move Markey to third base. Now just 60 feet away from touching across home plate. Just the potential to be banded in by Alexis Lana.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, number 21, Alexis Lana.
Lana struck out, leaving one runner on base in that first inning. So it looks like we have some sort of talk from Grace Christian, as I don't think Markey ever tagged up. So they're going to say that's actually a double play by the Tigers. So Alexis Lana will actually step up to the plate in the bottom of the fourth inning, but Grace Christian will take or step up into the box in the top of the fourth after the technical double play off the hit of Coleman. So we'll step aside for the moment. We'll be right back when Grace Christian steps into the box. Stepping up into the batter's box is Tori Walling, who was able to
Number 13,
get a base on balls and also touched across home plate. One of the two runs for Grace Christian on the day. Walling playing at third base today. Still looking for that hit. Hits it right to Markey, and that'll be a quick line out and quick out number one. So I had some solid exit velo on it, to say the least, but just didn't hit it in the right position. It's like when I play MLB The Show and I hit a perfect, but it lines out straight to one of the outfielders. It's just one of those situations where it's great contact, but gotta find it in a better spot. So swing and a miss right there from Cameron Kleinko. Maybe got a little bit of a piece of it, but finds herself in an early 0-1. Kleinko was able to get an RBI single. From her last appearance at the plate. Nobody on now. That one inside for 1-1. As Mayer's done a really good job when she pitches to the outside against right-handed batters. So the ump also tends to favor that side, makes it a 1-2 count. Current weather check for you. It's 43 degrees Fahrenheit, as a swing and a miss right there from Kleinko will give Mayer another strikeout.
Now batting number 11, Madison Helms.
So that's Mayer's third strikeout of the game. 48 pitches, 3.2 innings. Trying to go back-to-back scoreless here. Where it's Madison Helms, who's 1 for 1 on the day, standing in her way. That one thrown low for ball number 1. 43 degrees and cloudy here from Farmington Hills, Michigan. About 9-mile-an-hour winds. Helms lifts that one up in the right field, but able to come down with it is Alyssa Bloomfield. And that's 3 up, 3 down for Sydney Mayer in back-to-back innings. So Blue Devils, with Alexis Lana stepping up to the plate, will be up next here.
So wrong for so long, only trying to please myself. and I don't really want no one else. Oh no, I know I should have treated you better, but me and you were meant to last forever. So let me in, give me another chance to really be your man.
Just mention it. Oh. Alexis Lana stepping up here in the bottom of the 4th. Has maybe the best walk-up song with the Dora theme song. Definitely a kid-friendly song. Lana, the center fielder today, a freshman from Kansas City, Missouri. Hits that one foul. Lana, like we mentioned, went 0 for 6 this past weekend. Currently on the day, 0 for 1 for the lone strikeout for Lawrence Tech. Is Clark today came into the inning with 44 pitches, allowing 6 hits, only 2 earned runs, 6 total runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Lana trying to land it short of Earl, but Earl able to make the catch. Quick out number 1.
Now batting for the Blue Devils, number 5, Kirsten Chong.
It's Kirsten Chong. No. Nobody on the lefty. 1 for 1 with a run as well. Looks at that one high for ball number 1. Like we mentioned, Chong from Hawaii stands at 4'11". Majoring in business marketing. Has the count even at 1. It's also Lydia Clark. We mentioned she was from Caledonia, Michigan. She also was homeschooled. The only homeschooled player in this entire game. As 2-2 count for Chong. That one low makes it a full count. This feels very rare today. It feels like we have had no full counts. Clark with a fast tempo almost takes out her own teammate in Alyssa Bloomfield. So 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Chong. Looks like that one hits a foul again, this time over Bloomfield's head instead of around her legs. But Bloomfield is like, hit it in play instead of towards me, or at least maybe towards the Grace Christian side. Now 8th pitch. Chong looks at that one low, and she will take her base. When you're in those high pitch battles with a pitcher and a hitter, definitely don't want to be the loser of that outcome, as that sometimes can dictate the momentum in one's favor. So Newberry making sure Chong not trying to steal. Is that ball low? Makes it 1-0 for Alyssa Bloomfield. And she rifles that one on the right baseline. She'll round for second, looking to earn her second double of the day, a potential triple. Chong's going to cross a home plate. That will be a triple for Alyssa Bloomfield. So just a nice hit down the right field line for number 95. Has all the extra base hits for the Blue Devils today. She had a double earlier, and now she earns herself a triple. Just a single and a home run away from the cycle. Obviously a very hard thing to do. Maybe we can see it with our own eyes today. Crittenden looks at that one high for ball number 1. It's Crittenden, a sophomore from Springport. So far on the day, 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Looks at that one, hits it into the mitt of Clark. Can she get across in time? And yes, she will. It's now Bloomfield will cross will touch home plate, and it'll be an 8-2 lead for the Blue Devils. As there is a mercy rule in softball in the NAI, if a game ends if a team is ahead by 8 or more runs after 5 or more equal innings. So some potential for that to happen here, as that one low for Monroe. It's Monroe, some nice contact that just a little bit too early hit. That one just barely made contact. As Monroe will not outrun Hall, so that'll be out number 2 of the inning. And it'll move Crittenden to second base with Sarah Basket. So far, 2 of 2 on the day with an RBI and 2 runs. Definitely having a solid performance. This Basket's a junior from Exville, Michigan. Crittenden kind of tripped over her own feet. Luckily able to get back in time, but if Newberry got that back to second base, could have been a different story. This Basket fouls that one off behind and now quickly finds herself in an 0-2. That one outside, as looks like they're trying to catch Crittenden stealing. As you can see, Newberry was just kind of playing to that outside, as maybe they thought they could get Basket chasing outside. Now a 1-2. Basket goes down looking for strike number 3, and it'll be the 3rd out of the inning. The Blue Devils pick up 2 more runs in the bottom of the 4th frame. Christian looking for their first run since the top of the 2nd. Will they do so? Find out coming up next. Bear started off a little bit slow on the day, but in these past 2 innings, she has gone 3 up, 3 down, technically giving up a double to Hall, but she was tagged out at 3rd, so see if she can continue that same magic here. Sanaya Earl steps back up to the plate. 0 for 0 on the game. One plate appearance, that was a sacrifice hit. She fouls that one off behind. Mare came into the inning with 50 total pitches, 31 strikes. So Earl able to find it through the center gap. He's going to round first. Maybe take one step past and gets back. A leadoff hit for Sanaya Earl. And now has Kennedy Holder, who struck out in her first at-bat of the game. Trying to get Grace Christian back into the swing of things. They had 2 runs through the first 2 innings, but haven't been able to total anything since. This Mares just continue to find success on that outside side of the zone. making it 0-1. This Holder does make contact to Crittenden, and it will be Earl as she ran in front of the ball. Make it out number 1, so just take Earl out and put Coleman at first. So might have a pinch runner situation. Thinks it will be Mackenzie Boma to step in for Kennedy Holder, and she will. So Holder will now go back to the dugout, and it will be Mackenzie Boma at first base. It will be Emma Balkema, who is 1 for 2. A 1 with 1 out. Trying to keep the Tigers within distance here in game number 1 of 2 of this doubleheader. It's the second game following. We'll start as Balkema hits that one up high and behind the dugout of Grace Christian. As the second game is scheduled to start at 4 p.m., but I think it's 30 minutes following the conclusion of game number 1. So Mackenzie Boma at first from Cassopolis, Michigan, attempted Thornapple Kellogg High School. A freshman outfielder. Let's talk about Newberry. Faces a 1-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. That one low. Now 2-1. That one hit to Markey. Markey's just going to touch across second. In the top of the 5th inning, we'll have no runs once again for the Grace Christian Tigers. Orange Tech looking to technically win by mercy rule if they tack on 2 more runs. Will they do so in the bottom of the 5th? We'll find out.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
0 for 2 so far. As Lydia Clark remains in for Grace Christian. So that one low. Starts off with the ball. As Clark's so far had 66 pitches, allowing 8 hits, 8 runs, 4 earned runs, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. 22 total batters faced as props list that one in the foul territory, but definitely had the distance to get over the fence. So now count even at 1. That one low makes it 2-1. That one grounded to third. And the throw from Walling to Hall makes it an out number 1. Sophia Props will head back to the dugout, and Zoe Markey step up. Markey with quite the day today. 4 RBIs, 1 for 2. Also able to touch across home herself. Also has a stolen base on the game as well. Fouls off the first pitch. Makes it 0-1. So Clark definitely pitches at a fast tempo in between, as Barry's just going to give it right back to her, and she'll just go quickly again here. Count even at 1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Markey hits it to short. Throwing it across. Hoeksema delivers it in time. Quickly, 2 outs on the board. So 2 up, 2 down so far for Clark. See if she can go 3 for 3 as Anaya Coleman, 1 for 2. Going to work some magic in the bottom of the order. She'll hit that into the left center gap, and that'll get through. See if she goes to. She'll pump the brakes and stay put at first base. And gets on with 2 outs. Now Alexis Alana, who hasn't joined the hit party just yet, has yet to get on base in the game. 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout. The lefty looking to work some magic. That one just sits a little bit too far outside for ball number 1. Second one outside again, and Coleman has to make an acrobatic dive back to first. As it'll be 2-0 in the count. Solana trying to find its way down. Earl not able to haul it in. Going second is Lana, and she'll dive in without the ball even making it there. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Kirsten Chong. Chong 1 for 1, also drew a walk. Hurt and Basket both with 2 individual runs on the game. As 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Chong looks at it for strike 1. That one low gets by Newberry. And sliding in is Coleman for run number 9. So now 9-2. Also advances Alexis Holana to third base. So a 1-1 count for Chong. Looks at that one low for ball number 2. Chong hits that one behind. So now that with that foul ball makes it 2-2. Chong looks at that one high. Diving back is Lana. Now a full count. She's already drawn 1 walk on the day. See if she can make it 2. Alyssa Bloomfield, who's had a nice day swinging the bat. Currently in the on-deck circle. Chong swings and misses, and it'll be strike number 3 and out number 3, with LTU currently leading 9-2 as we travel to the top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning with Grace Christian looking to battle back down from a 9-2 deficit.
Leading off, number 9, Ellie Hooksema.
As Ellie Hoeksema will lead off things here in the top of the 6th inning. Hoeksema 1 for 2 with the strikeout. Also got caught stealing. Faces Mayer, who on the day 61 pitches, 6 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Facing 20 batters as Hoeksema lifts that into center field, but it will be caught and hauled in by Alexis Lana.
Now batting number 8, Morgan Hall.
So 1 pitch and 1 out so far here in the top of the 6th. Now first baseman Morgan Hall now up at the plate for the Tigers. Hall so far 1 for 2 as well on the day. With the double, again, could have been a triple, but she got tagged out at third base. Trying to go just a little extra. Looks at that one for ball number 1. Also due up in the order is Tori Walling. Hall fouls that one off behind. As the count meets at 1. Mayer delivers that one just a bit low, making it 2-1. Hall now hitting it in the right field, but able to make a play on it is Alyssa Bloomfield, and that's out number 2 now. Let's talk about the performance that Mayer has had since the 2nd inning. She's only allowed 2 hits and 0 runs. Started off a bit sluggish. She's been pretty impressive since. In the count for Walling. Walling now lines it right into Crittenden's hands, and that'll be 3 up, 3 down for Mayer once again. Bottom of the 6th with the Blue Devils up to bat next.
Fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight
Now on the mound for the Tigers, number 21, Cameron Clicko.
New pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. It is Cameron Clicko, which over their past 4 games has pitched through 6 innings, allowing 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 8 walks, and 2 strikeouts. As it'll be Sanaya Earl moving to right field. Looks like it'll be Lydia Clark in the left. From the looks of it, is Alyssa Bloomfield, who's had quite the day hitting a double and a triple with an RBI. It's definitely been one of the best bats for the Blue Devils. Is might see some sort of substitution. It's both coaches talking it through. Everything's all squared away now.
All sorts of defensive changes.
That one up high from Clicko on her first pitch. So actually Mackenzie Boma in left field, Sanaya Earl in right. And now its designated player will be Lydia Clark. As Bloomfield hits that one into foul territory in right field, making it 1-2. It's 9 runs and 9 total hits from the Blue Devils on the day. Also 4 errors from Grace Christian compared to Lawrence Tech's 0. Bloomfield looks at that one low, evens the count at 2 apiece. So a majority of clouds in the area. Sun's trying to find its way through. See if we get any sunny skies. As Bloomfield makes some nice contact, gets it past first base, and it looks like Walling. So now will be, it's single now for Bloomfield. So even though I don't think she's gonna get another at bat, she was just a home run away from the cycle. So it looks like Hall's at third. Walling as Crittenden hits that one, trying to get past Earl, but Earl able to come down with it. He's had a couple of errors today when she was in left field, but finding some magic in right, able to come down with it. So now 1 out after the fly out from Brenna Crittenden. Will now have Delaney Monroe step up to the plate, still looking for her first hit on the day. And she pops that one straight up to Clicko. Actually, it'll be Hall coming across. Or actually, that's Ellie Hoaxamo coming across to make that catch. As playing in short is Lydia Clark. So all sorts of defensive substitution and change here from the Tigers. But 2 outs on the board with Sarah Baskett. Clicko so far only allowing 1 hit, but able to draw 2 outs. See if she can remain strong for the Tigers. Baskett makes some contact, but fouls it off on the ground. Hitting the count at 1 apiece. Props in the on-deck circle. That one high and inside for ball number 2. That one able to find its way in. Now 2-2 for Sarah Basket. That one sits in for strike number 3. And Basket caught looking once again. So we will head to the top of the 7th, where Grace Christian will need to tack on 7 runs to even have a chance at a win here in game number 1 of 2 of this doubleheader between Grace Christian and Lawrence Tech. Top of the 7th. Is technically Cameron Kelso. So we were just informed up here at the box, but you roll with the punches and continue through. 9-2 lead for Lawrence Tech here in the top of the 7th, and Grace Christian has to go on a rally of a lifetime. Kelso fouls that one off, hits the roof of the dugout of Grace Christian. So our second game is expected to start at 4 o'clock. It's an 0-1 count for Kelso. And that one hit to second with Crittenden. She'll scoop it up and fire it over to first for an easy out number 1.
No batting number 11, Madison Helms.
So Madison Helms in the 7th spot. Step up. So 2 outs for Mayer to have a complete game and earn a win on the record. As we've mentioned, had a little bit of a rough start, obviously not being on the mound since March 13th back on their Florida trip, as that one just a bit high, so 2-0 count now for Helms. She's 1-0 on the season, has definitely have the opportunity to move 2-0 as long as she finishes strong here. Helms pops that up high. It'll be Basket to catch the pop fly. And one more out
10,
of life for Grace Christian, being down 7 runs. It'll be Sanaya Earl. Switched from left to right field. It's a tough day defensively for her. A couple of errors along with Hoeksema. Swings at that one, is lining for the press box, but luckily able to steer clear. Just don't want to test the durability of these windows if we don't have to. Earl swinging a miss right there. It's 0-2. Pearl swings and misses, and Mare will end the day with a K. And that'll conclude game number 1 of 2 of this doubleheader, as Lawrence Tech is able to take the 9-2 victory, and they will improve to 14-7 overall in the season. Brace Christian now with double-digit losses at a 3-10 record. So they'll look to avenge their loss in game number 2. And that'll be a 4 p.m. start. Maybe we'll be a little bit earlier. I'm not sure what the starting early rule is, because typically we're running late. So we'll step aside for a little bit of a break. Game number 2 will be up on the horizon coming up next here from the Hawk Complex from Farmington Hills, Michigan.